I wasn't exactly expecting to make this video, and I feel like people in my comment section are going to get annoyed because the last time I tried to talk about this game, I told Bungie to go fuck themselves. Yeah, well, nearly a year has passed since then. That initial video was kind of immature, and the game looks quite a bit different from the alpha that I initially played. For those of you that don't know me, hello, my name is Orange, or Amir if you guys want to just call me by my actual name. I was one of the lucky, or I guess unlucky, few individuals that got to play the Marathon Alpha back in April. I had the opportunity to engage in the alpha that happened afterwards, after the game got delayed, but because I was still sour about the entire art stealing scandal, I decided not to partake in that one. Part of me is wondering if I probably should have, although in fairness, there were rumors that Bungie was also paying people that decided to partake in the alpha, and I didn't want to go ahead and stoop that low, so yeah, I let the game pass without really paying much attention. But back in December, Bungie started marketing this game again, and it looks, well, I'm not going to say it looks wildly different, but the visuals are absolutely improved, the UI is better, and the game seems to be more interesting than initially portrayed. Now, I'm not going to say that they changed things too much. A lot of people are still angry about the fact that this game is effectively a hero shooter extraction game. I'm not going to call it a hero shooter extraction game because to me it's reading a little more like a class-based thing. Although, in fairness, at the same time, I have to ask, what exactly are the barriers that let us determine whether or not something is a hero shooter or not? Because in the same vein, I could easily say that Team Fortress 2 or Destiny 2 or, for fuck's sake, Battlefield and Call of Duty are also hero shooters because each of the individual classes have their own abilities. Now, even though I'm not saying it's a hero shooter, it definitely hasn't completely dodged the hero shooter allegations for most people. I mean, the initial names of all of the runner shells just got changed to be more archetypal instead of, being their own name things. And people are still referring to them with the old names on occasion, which is fine. I liked them in the first place already. I didn't mind the old names. I didn't mind the idea that these were more like characters. But the idea that these are more like archetypes slash shells, basically, instead of being actual people, that gives a little more room for people to imprint onto. And I am happy about that at the very least. Especially since the concept is still interesting to me. Now, for people that want to complain about the game's existence because they are Bungie fans slash Destiny 2 people and are upset that Bungie working on this game means that we haven't gotten Destiny 3 yet, I just have, one thing that I need to ask of you guys. If you want Destiny 3, then why are you praying for the company's downfall? I understand that there are some people that just outright don't like Bungie and want this game to fail anyway, in which case, why the fuck do you guys care about whether or not this game does okay if you guys don't actually care about Bungie in the first place? Maybe worry about your own games. As for the Destiny 2 people, you guys realize that if this game fails and Bungie goes under, you're not going to get Destiny 3. And if you guys are just doing this for retribution, I don't know, that feels kind of petty, which I wouldn't say that I'm above. I mean, I wanted No Man's Sky to fail after I noticed that game was hot garbage, and then eventually it got fixed at some point, and while I still have no intention to play it, part of me still can't believe that that game actually managed to make a turnaround. But since it's possible for games to make a turnaround, I don't know why we can't make an exception for Marathon as well, since it wouldn't be the first or last time. Also, in my personal opinion, Marathon isn't the reason for Destiny 2's downfall. Destiny 2 pretty much fell off the moment that it went free to play and got rid of all of the old content, which was the reason I bought the game in the first place. The reason that I am hoping that Marathon does okay at the very least comes down to two factors. One, I still fuck with the game's aesthetic in general. I know most people don't, and some people refer to it as basically a Roblox game. But for those people, I would like for you guys to look at BattleBit if you want to look at an actual Roblox game that isn't in Roblox. And two, because obviously I've had the past month or two that I've been able to play Arc Raiders with friends, I can tell you from first-hand experience, while Arc Raiders is a fun game, trying to engage in the PvP in that game is kind of annoying. Because either A, you try to engage with it with people that are not actively trying to engage with it and you get called an asshole, or B, you get punked by someone that is engaging with it when you're not actively engaging with it. Aside from that, part of me has gotten a little bit tired of playing Ark from time to time, so I could use the change of scenery. At the very least, Marathon is leaning a bit more towards being an actual PvP game instead of a player versus environment game that everyone tries to act like is just a player versus environment game. So yes, I do intend on playing the free weekend when it opens up tomorrow, and I will likely be buying the game when it comes out on the 5th. For people that want to get angry because they're Destiny 2 fans, reminder, if this game fails and Bungie goes under, you're never getting Destiny 3. For people that are Ark fans that are worried that this game is going to steal Ark's thunder, one, I don't really think so, because Ark leans a lot more towards PvE, so PvP players are mostly going to end up going towards Marathon, and you guys will be able to keep your PvE stuff. And two, more competition is typically a good thing for gaming spaces, so Ark not having competition is just going to mean that it's going to get complacent. So the game will probably get better if it has something to compare itself to. For people that want to bitch about the game's art style, shut up, I kind of like the art style. It feels pretty artificial in a lot of interesting ways, and yet it's still trying to be gritty. It's weird, and I kind of love it for that. Also, it's a little bit more cohesive than modern Call of Duty, which throws in cartoony-ass executions. Also, for the people that are still calling this Concord 3, I respectfully will have to disagree, given that this game looks a hell of a lot more interesting than Highguard, which feels a lot more like Concord 2 than this game does. I can't believe this game managed to get me excited for its existence again. Anyways, that'll be all from me. Hope to see you guys tomorrow if you're going to be in the server slam. Thank you and have a good day.